Well, welcome back again, my friends, to another episode of Automotive Drama. Today I got a little issue that I'd like to point out. I don't know, I have a couple previous videos on these type of, what do they call it? Battery connections, you know, like the main ground. I can't even believe this car starts. I just really can't believe this car starts. I mean, you see this, I have a couple videos on what kind of craziness this will do to the electronic systems on your car, especially when it starts rattling and it voltage spikes. And check those out. They're in there everywhere. There's a bunch of different codes, U codes, P100, all kinds. You'll find those. But I'm gonna tell you something else. Stay away from Firestone, Goodyear, and all those other chains. Normally, I don't name names when I see other shops doing ridiculous crap like this, but in this case, I'm going to show you in a minute why I'm going to tighten this up, but I just left it loose, so make a point. In this case, I'm naming names because these guys lied to this customer in such a way and told them that I broke this after they did the alignment. Okay, now I just did a whole bunch of suspension work on this side. Upper, lower ball joints, outer tie rod end, rack and pinion. And no, that leak is not from the rack, it's from the valve cover gaskets, but that's a different issue. Look at those brand new boots. Okay? You know what? Now, when I did put the rack in, I did have to cut this little clamp off, this little wire tear, and that's what they came with, and that's fine. It's just a dust boot, and no big deal, it'll hold it. So I wouldn't twist the boot when I had to readjust the tie rod in, because it was just, this side was so falling off, I counted the turns, it was just a mess, so I had to eyeball it. So I did loosen that up, and I even squirted Marvel, took my little thing and squirted some Marvel Mystery under there so it would slip and slide real nicely. Now if you look at that, it looks like somebody deliberately cut this boot. That looks like a razor blade cut to me, not a tear. No, he tore it. He spun it around and he tore it. And then it got, what happened, why it looks like that, because he had it so twisted, and I'm going to show you the other side, is it got caught in the rack and pinion, and that's why it's all minced like that. Now I have to fix this. I just put a rack in this thing, and if this boot ain't on there, and it's a dust boot, there's going to get all kinds of crap in there, and it's going to tear the seal on the rack and pinion. Now, I'm going to fix it out of the courtesy, because it's a really good customer of mine. Now, you see this other side? Same crap. And this is why. See how that's all twisted? Twisted? Well, pretty much untwisted after it tore itself, but you can see how it's kind of twisted, because the guy was too damn lazy to take off, just cut that and put a damn tie strap back on it. I mean, really? You know that? You could see where he was hammering on it with a pipe wrench. He didn't even use a wrench trying to get the alignment back in shape. Damn, you know, people like that, they belong in the butchery, not in the automotive industry. And no, like I said, and I ain't gonna lie, I know where this shop is. It's right around the corner from me. I'm taking this video, and I'm gonna go find out who the guy is that said that I tore those boots. Because, I mean, there's a lot of things in life you can call me. Don't freaking call me a liar, because I will knock your teeth out. And I'm gonna go there and have a nice little word with this guy, and I'm gonna make sure that I tell everybody in town about that shop. And trust me, everybody in town knows who I am. I know I sound a little pissed off, because I actually am. That guy, I get this every day, alright, from other shops tearing up other people's cars. But I fix this car, and I'm very anal about my cars, all right? I mean, I have bolt trays, everything goes exactly back. It looks like it never came apart, except it's nice and clean. So I just want to give you all a little tip out there that watch the bullshit that these big chain shops say, because they have to mint money. They got massive overhead. They have to mint money, and they got people in there that just don't give a shit about your car. Or your safety, as a matter of fact. Because, you know, sometimes that's not necessarily a safety issue, but that could be a safety issue if it was like something else. Like you didn't want to put the cotter pin in on the outer tie rod end. Or he didn't tighten up. I'm going to actually have to check him. I think he did. I'm going to check the nuts on the tie rod ends to make sure he even tightened those up so that don't come unscrewed, which is probably close to impossible, but it could happen. And then the whole steering goes away. Just be very careful what people say about your car. And if you have any doubts, don't be afraid to pull your car out of there and get a second opinion, or even a third. I mean, eventually you'll find somebody that's not trying to just sell you everything under the sun. And I understand those guys got, they got families and all that too, but the fact of the matter, they just don't give a shit is why this industry has gone the way it has. Anyways, like always, likes are nice, subscribes are better. Thanks for tuning in. And ring the bell if you want to see any more episodes or you want to follow. And have a good night, my friends.